Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Club. I'm Alex.
I'm Justin.
And Pete is sadly still away.
Yep.
But we have three great comic books to talk to you guys about today. We are going to talk about Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man number 600.
What a milestone.
Hulk 600.
What another milestone.
I know. And we are going to talk about Captain Britain and the MI-13 number 15.
I can't believe they made it all the way to issue 15.
Oh,
it's amazing. What a milestone.
Man. And of course, as usual, we are drinking Retro Red beer today, brought to you by Fort Collins Brewery. They are giving us some money.
Yeah.
Let's kick off talking about Amazing Spider-Man number 600, a full-length Spider-Man novel by Dan Slott. What'd you think about this?
It was gigantic. They've been doing, the last few issues have been all about this wedding, setting up the wedding. So it was finally nice to see that kind of happen.
Yeah.
And it be done. And it was a good issue. I don't know, I expected the reveal at the end. Huh?
Why oddly a good issue?
Well, no, it wasn't odd that it was good. I expected it to be a bigger deal.
Sure.
You're bringing back Doc Octopus, and I was surprised how new they made him, as opposed to they've been focusing so much on these new villains. I thought for sure it'd be like, oh, and here's a classic villain, like doing something classic, continuity rich.
Yeah.
And there was a little bit of that, but I was surprised at how new he was with the dying.
And it is robots. A lot of throwback stuff throughout, which is really enjoyable. You know, I think it's Dan Slott really trying to hit. This is a classic issue of Spider-Man. It's a big milestone. We're going to do as much classic stuff as possible.
Yeah.
We're going to have Johnny Storm team up with him. We're going to have him get in a fight with Daredevil. We're going to throw in all these things and have Doc Ock. And it was a really fun, good story, I think, across the board. It was actually really cool to see taking that many pages and that much time, that he really had time to do probably everything that he wanted to do with the story.
Yeah, I think so. And my favorite part was the Johnny Storm team up. The Dan Slott kills that banter.
Oh my god. He's got to do another Human Torch Spider-Man series at some point. One of my favorite series of all time.
Now here's the thing.
Yes.
Can we talk about a little bit the spoiler on the end? So Mary Jane, obviously back, which the last story that Dan Slott had the same problem where he's talking about the continuity change. Yeah. And they do it in here with like Daredevil's like, I don't know how you put the genie back in the bottle, and the Fantastic Four and all this. Yeah. And so that's annoying. And then to have Mary Jane roll up at the end, it's like, come on.
Well, maybe they're finally going to deal with it.
No, it's the way you deal with it is you got to give it time. And then
ease back into it.
Maybe I'm sitting in the Pete seat.
Oh man, yeah, you are. You're channeling
I'm in the Pete seat.
The ghost of Pete has possessed you.
Yeah, it's true.
Jesus.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, let him date. He needs to go out with another girl. Have him go out with another girl. He's had these two girls that are captured by Doc Ock. Go on a date with them before we bring Mary Jane back. It makes it all weird.
I guess. I don't know. All that out of the way. It's also a great package. The rest of the stories are incredibly fun. The rest of the extras are really incredibly fun.
Nice extras.
Please pick up this issue.
Please?
Please. For me.
Wow, that's weird.
And it is.
Real favor.
Do me a favor, you guys. Pick up this issue.
Never do Alex a favor. It'll bite you in the
Dan
ass.
Slott, John Romita Jr. have delivered yet another classic issue of Amazing Spider-Man.
I can't wait till issue 1,200 when they really get it back together.
Yeah, it's going to be this big.
Yeah.
Probably. All right, let's move on. Actually, talk about Captain Britain and the MI-13, number 15.
Yep.
This is the last issue of the title. You're big fans of the series. How do you think it all turned out?
I feel like there was so much set up with the Vampire State, and I feel like it was rushed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was like 15 issues long.
No, but this, that's not true. That's not true. The whole
pretty
series.
sure it's true.
No, just the Vampire State.
It felt like it was 15 issues in an annual lot.
Well, but I like the whole storyline. Dracula's winning, and then in this issue they're like, nope.
No, you're wrong. That started last issue. Too.
Yeah, it started a little bit last issue. But I just thought, it felt like there was more story here to be told.
I think there's more story to be told, but the team is the thing that's the indication. However, in terms of this particular arc, and in terms of Paul Cornell actually getting time to tie it up, and at least very quickly in one page wrap up what happens with everybody, at least you had that. At least it didn't end in the middle of anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But it had one page to tie it up. That's no way to end these characters. Especially you finally get Captain Britain and Megan together. Great
Stan Lee used to say, I can tell any story in one page. And sometimes he did.
Yeah. Speaking of Stan Lee, he has backups in some of the comics we're reviewing today.
Yes.
boy.
Yeah. So you didn't like it? You would say not?
No, I loved the series, and I just felt it was truncated. I mean, we predicted. I think we were the first to break the story.
Yes, I believe this. I mean, as usual, we were a reputable news organization.
Ahead of the news cycle by ahead of Paul. I think even Marvel hadn't decided yet they were going to cancel the series, and we called it. So,
actually, let's take a time now before we wrap up this review.
Yeah.
What's the next title that's going to be canceled? We're going to call it here now.
Okay, this is interesting. I think Dark X-Men is not going to last. I think that's going to be
really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably Captain Brain and the MI-13.
Oh, you're
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say no more.
You're talking about the reboot in 2012. You're predicting that's gonna be canceled.
But they do. It's gonna come out at the same time as Spider-Man 1200.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Spider-Man 1200 is gonna kill it.
Yeah. By the way, another big news story to break: Spider-Man is gonna be. They're gonna be doing a new issue every 10 minutes. So they can get to 1200 in 2012.
Yeah, basically at a certain point, it's going to be like Spider-Man gets a job as a comic book writer.
Yeah.
And every issue is going to be like, oh, I got to make a deadline. I got to make a deadline. Oh, man, my deadline. That's pretty much it. Good jokes. All right. Last but not least, let's talk about Hulk number 600. Finally, we find out what the Red Hulk has been up to. Oh, wait. No, we don't. What did you think about this issue?
Why make this a milestone? Nothing at all happened. The big reveal here is that the Hulk is depowered, the Green Hulk.
Green Hulk is depowered, but I think the other big reveal is that Red Hulk is working with MODOK.
Yeah, but who cares? That's so stupid. That's like, well, then you could say, like, oh, Red Hulk was working with Galactus.
Well, also, Doc Samson.
Has an evil version of himself?
Called Samson.
Yeah, who's like... he says something stupid like, "Oh no, I'm out of my bottle," or something weird. He's a weird.
No, he says the bad doctor, the good doctor is out, the bad doctor is in.
Stupid. That's real stupid. They package this with Hulk Gray, which is a really nice story, and then when you read that after you read this piece of shit comic in the front ad, you're like, "Where, Jeff Loeb? Come on." Like, it's just crazy idea after crazy idea. Tell a story.
I don't know. There's some fun stories in there. There is some ridiculous over-the-top. Basically, if you like the Red Hulk stuff, you're probably going to like this anyway because it is kind of more of the same. I have a bigger problem with this in particular, which so the whole story is framed by Ben Urich, is investigating a story involved with the Red Hulk, and he gives this whole spiel about, at the beginning, where it's like, I have never buried a story. The only story I've ever buried was Daredevil's identity because it was the wrong thing to do. This is the second story that I've ever buried. And it's basically because the Red Hulk threatens his family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable. This smacks me a little bit of arrogance.
Well, on whose part?
On your part.
Oh, me? What? I barely did anything. I ghost wrote just a couple pages in this comic. Well, it's so stupid.
Again.
I know. Ghost. There's just all this Watergate references, like She-Hulk's in a parking garage, and then Red Hulk's in the same parking garage later with Ben Urich.
Well, that's where everybody parks their cars.
Yeah, I know. Red Hulk drives a crazy car, though. Am I right?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
How does he fit in that Mini Cooper?
Big hot car.
How does he fit in that Mini Cooper?
Yeah, the Hulk building has a really nice garage and it has really nice benefits.
Yeah, he lives right around the corner from you.
Oh, yeah?
The Red Hulk, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What? Well, you shouldn't badmouth him.
Would you say pick it up?
Huh? No. No, definitely not. Did I say that enough?
I'm not sure. You could probably emphasize it one more time.
I think I said the word piece of shit
nice.
at one point.
Alright, cool.
That's a little hard.
All the stuff after the main issue I think is totally fine. The rest of the 104 pages are pretty fun and enjoyable.
The Hulk Gray's nice. The Stan Lee story is really weird.
Yeah, it's pretty wacky.
Yeah.
If you have a question, you can write us at comicbookclublive@gmail.com. Check us out on our blog, popcultureshock.com/cbclub. Twitter, Comic Book Live.
Twitter!
iTunes, Comic Book Club Live, and
if you're ever in New York City, sit down and Pete's ghost will possess you for a brief time. And you'll know pleasure and pain that you'll never know for the rest.
Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. People's Improv Theater.
Oh, should I not do that?
I guess you've been exercising.
Huh?